So I am Gail Tiasis, and this is my first ever vlog in the YouTube history. Tungod ra jud nis quarantine ug lockdown, guys. Grabe jud ning COVID, guys. So now, because our teacher told us to make a vlog, so my first ever vlog will be about the teaching profession. Okay, so now we will tackle about the teaching profession. But since we will not be able to tackle all of these lessons in the book, so what am I going to do is that I will give you the 10 important qualities of a good teacher. Alright, so let's start. 10 qualities of a good teacher. So the first quality of a good teacher is a great teacher interacts with the child or the students. So the teacher-student relationships impact productively on the student's self-esteem and enhance their skills. Student-teacher interactions are very important for the development of the student's academic and self-concept and enhancing their enthusiasm and success. So the number 2 qualities of a good teacher is that a great teacher teaches not only book materials but also the truth that's happening outside of the world. So books, magazines, news, TVs, internets are not these are just the second resources that a teacher can use. What is the first resources that a teacher can use is, of course, the the reality of what is really happening outside. So through this, the teachers can give examples, like right. So the teacher can base his or examples on the reality. So the third quality of a good teacher is that a great teacher dedicates him or herself to the job. So they made a commitment, and so they have to do it. So as what our instructor, Ma'am Leslie, have said, that a teacher is a vocation. So vocation means it is a call to teach. So teachers are called to teach the youth or the children. Also, the teaching profession is a mission. So same mission, it comes from the Latin word which means to send. So this is as a mission, the mission stands for an assigned task. So as a teacher, you need to accomplish this assigned task of yours. So the number 4 quality of a good teacher is he must be well prepared with the subjects. Of course, the teacher should prepare these subjects because this is very important, because these subjects will be the serves as their serves to be their lesson for their students. So dito sila kumukuha ng lesson nila to imply this or to apply this to to his or her students. Okay, so this subject or these lessons will be this will be the, what do you call this, dito sila kumukuha ng lesson nila to teach to their students. Okay, so that the next quality of a good teacher is someone who is a learner himself. Of course, you teach students, so of course the students will learn from the teacher, as well as the teacher will learn from the students. So that's it. So another is a good teacher should be friendly and consequently should listen to the pupils, and he or she should care for every pupil in the class. So this quality of a good teacher is very interesting, right? Because there are some pupils, students, or children that is very hard to approach with. But then, as a teacher, you need to be friendly. You need to be friendly to them, so that they will be more interested into your lessons, so that you will, or as a teacher, you can get their attention. And then of course, if you can get their attention, they will be more interesting in your lesson, and so in that way they can learn um, from you. Okay, did you get my point? So the next is that always that as a good quality teacher thinks to improve the teaching techniques. So we are now on the 21st century, so there are many teaching techniques discovered. So you are, as a teacher, you need to discover different teaching techniques that can gain attention from your students, and this way they will be more encouraged or interested to listen into your lessons, right? So you are, as a teacher, you are very creative. We are very creative, and so in this way I know that we can learn more teaching techniques. And so, di ba, as what we have learned in our previous lesson in the teaching profession, di ba, Ma'am Leslie have said that teachers have many, or has many seminars which is going, or they need to attend these seminars for them to improve their learnings, their strategies in teaching, right? So that is another characteristics of a good teacher. Okay, so another is a good teacher practices self-reflection. So this one kinuha ko itong quality of a good teacher because I remember what Ma'am Leslie have said in our previous lesson, that a good teacher practices self-reflection. At the end of the day, at the end of the lesson, a teacher should made or should made himself or herself a reflection. What what kung anong nangyari sa ngayong araw na ito, kung ano ba ang meron bang natutunan ng mga estudyante ko ngayon, ano ba ang ginawa ko ngayon, so that in this way this self-reflection will make you reflect if the students did really learn from you. So meron ba talagang nakuha ang mga estudyante ko sa akin? And so in this way also you can improve your techniques or your strategies in teaching your lessons, right? So a while ago I told you that teachers should possess the quality of improving teaching techniques. So in this practice is self-reflection. In this way the teacher can also made self-reflection on his or her teaching strategies. So at the end of the day, the teacher will reflect if the teaching strategies or the teaching technique that he used is really effective to his or her students, so that in the next day malalaman na niya kung maganda ba talaga yung teaching strategies or yung teaching techniques na ginamit niya from his or her previous lesson. So that maybe sa kanyang sarili makagawa din siya ng kanyang sariling teaching strategies. Hindi lang siya mag-rely on the seminars that was provided by the school or the DepEd or the CHED. Hindi lang siya dun mag-rely, but also as a teacher himself or herself, he or she can make his or her own strategies and techniques in teaching. So that is my opinion on this quality of a good teacher. So another quality of a good teacher is that great teachers communicate frequently with parents. Hoy, so sinali ko talaga itong qualities of a good teacher because of course, as a teacher, you need to build a relationship with the parents, not the romantic relationship though. So what I mean is that you need to monitor your students, right? So as a good teacher, you need to tell the parents. That's why as we observe, no, this in the school, that the teacher, there is a parents teachers organization, or what do you call that, and this is one of the strategies that a teacher has made in order for them to para makagawa sila ng okay. So this association or organization of the parents and the teachers, ginawa ito for them in order for the parents to monitor their child in school. So if the students is really improving, or is there really an improvement of their child or the children. So that is a very important quality of a good teacher, that a teacher should communicate with the parents of their students. So in this way, because it is not only the role of the teacher na siya lang yung magturo sa kanyang students, but of course the parents has a very big role in teaching his or her child, because the child is of course doon sa kanila umuwi yung child nila, and then so the people inside their house, or the people inside their home serves as the first influence of the student or the child. So the parents has a very big role in the child, or in the child learnings, or yun sa kanilang may malaki talagang role yung mga parents sa pag-grow ng kanilang mga bata. So the next important quality of a good teacher is that they make teaching look easy. So we know that the teaching isn't an easy task. Hindi ito isang easy lang na task. Teaching is very hard, of course, kasi teachers need to render their service in school. So kahit nga wala na sila sa school, kahit nasa bahay na sila, they are still working. They're working for the examinations. There are many things that a teacher has to do, whether they are in school or they are not in school. So as we have observed na in the school that the teacher, kung tingnan natin, chill lang, 'di ba? They, kung tingnan natin sila, they it seems like teaching is just easy for them, right? But then um, in the back of that, or sa likod ng mga pagiging chill nila, yung sa likod ng pagiging masiyahin nila, we can see that teaching is a really hard job. Maraming mga pinapagawang papers, they need to conduct seminars, they need to monitor their students, making grades, computing grades. Those these factors, or this routine of teachers is very hard to do. So but then I can say that it is very worth it, because if you really love teaching, of course, hindi to magiging mahirap sa iyo, because you are really into this profession. So I think para sa akin, this is really my profession. I really chose this profession because not just because of the salary, or because they say that teachers have high salary, when in fact it can only provide the basic needs of the family, right? So also they say that kasi sa teacher, sabi nila, teacher is stable. Pag isa kang teacher, you have a stable job. But then if you have a stable job, also you have a stable works to do. Ang dami-dami mong mga ginagawang trabaho as a teacher. So, hindi lang sa bahay, ay hindi lang sa paaralan, kundi pati na rin sa bahay. Especially if you are a wife, or you are a mother. So, dagdag yun sa mga gawain ng isang teacher. So, but then, I chose this teaching profession because I really love this profession. Since I was in my elementary years, I really admire my teachers. I really admire them on how they teach. I think that is why I have grown to love this profession. So, kasi what do you call this, nakahinto ako sa pag-aaral back when I was back in 2010. So but then my course in that year is still education, major in English. So when I decided to go to school again, so still education pa din. So I think as what I have said, teaching is a calling. It is a vocation, so it is a calling. So I think this is really my calling. So teaching is very hard to do, but then I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Spending the years, spending the rest of my life in the school, together with the students, together with my future students, if I became a future educator someday. So that is all, guys. So I hope you have learned lessons. Hi, back in my shirt again. So I hope guys you have learned from what I have discussed to you. So those are the 10 qualities of a good teacher. So I hope you learned lessons from it, because if you are interested to be a teacher, so those characteristics which I have mentioned, those are some of the characteristics that a teacher should possess. So this is all for my blog, um, and I hope wala na vlog, ma'am, wala na vlog. Char lang. Copy jud kayo siya, ma'am, ay lisod pa jud kayo mag-edit. So pero aside from that, napadi ko iingon guys, di ba I have mentioned the characteristics of a good teacher. So isegue lang ako ni guys no na of course teachers, they are trying to possess those qualities and characteristics. So students ang ato lang jud, so ang ato lang jud mahatag na characteristics na atong gina-possess guys para sa mga teachers is respeto guys. Respeto lang jud guys. So if we have respect in our teachers, of course they are be more willing to teach us. So guys, importante jud kayo na guys, kay sila jud tigtudlo sa tuwa, sila tigtudlo pamatasan, sila tigtudlo sa tuwa kuan. Bisaya naman di ay so kato lang ay. So that is all for my vlog guys. Thank you, and wala na vlog sunod guys. I love you.